What's up everybody, it's Amaya. So today's video is going to be my very first anti-haul. I'm pretty excited to do this video. This was originated by Kimberly Clark. She is a YouTuber here. I will put her channel down below because she was the originator of the anti-haul. She has uploaded so many, and this has been something that's been going on for a few years on YouTube, but people are just recently starting to really catch on and really start to put out these videos. So I think it's a pretty cool idea. So if you guys don't know what an anti-haul is, basically I'm going to be showing you pictures like right over here, or down here somewhere, and I'm going to be telling you why I'm not going to be buying these products. So basically it's like a haul, except it's what you're not buying. That's why it's called anti-haul. Make sense? Let me highlight my shoulders. Hold on. Okay. We're all better. I went to Ulta.com and Sephora.com and went into the Just Arrive section of their website, and then I also went on to Trendmood and screenshotted a few things from there that weren't available at Sephora or Ulta. Also, I just want to mention really quick, if you were thinking about purchasing any of these products or you like them, please don't be offended. I don't typically like to put these disclaimers in the beginning of my videos because I feel like it should be a unspoken thing that everybody has an opinion, and that's okay. But figured I would do it anyway. Okay, so the first thing I'm not going to be buying is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio. So this comes in a bunch of different shades, and it's $30, and I personally just think that's kind of a lot for a blush trio. I mean, if you think about it, it's $10 per blush, but these blushes are so tiny. And I feel like for $10, I want like a full-size blush. Like Makeup Geek, I think their blushes are like $8 or something like that. And Colourpop, their blushes are $8, but you get like a full-size blush. I mean, I just feel like it looks so small. I feel like it'd be hard to get your brush in there. I don't know. It's just not something I would personally use. I don't use blush a lot anyway, so. The next thing I'm not going to be buying is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Highlighting Eyeshadow Palette Volume 3. So this is $36 and you get 8 eyeshadows in there. And they're kind of like purpley, pinky toned. I don't know. I personally am not a huge fan of Tarte as a brand, just from some of the things that I have seen and heard about surrounding them. I don't love the things that they do. I've never bought anything from them. I love their maracuja oil, and there are some other things that I've tried, but I've never bought anything from them, and I don't really plan on it. I don't know, some of the things that have happened in the past and how they handle things, I don't know. I haven't been the biggest fan of the things I've heard about them, so I kind of try to refrain from buying them. But this eyeshadow palette just doesn't interest me. I've seen these before, and I've swatched the other ones in Sephora's. I swatched them and they look like they're okay. They feel fine, but it just doesn't interest me even looking at it. Next, let's talk about the Becca Limited Edition Liquid Crystal Glow Gloss. These basically look like they are duochrome glosses, and they have a bunch of different shades. I'm not a lip gloss person. I don't personally like wearing lip glosses. I have a few, but I don't really wear them because I'm always being active and dancing and going out places. So whenever I'm wearing my makeup, it's for a pretty long time. I don't want to have to bring a gloss to reapply. Plus, I have long hair, so I don't want to keep reapplying lip gloss and then it gets stuck in my hair. Also, these are $22. I feel like that's kind of a lot for a gloss. Buxom glosses are 20 bucks, and I think that's crazy. And so these are 22. I don't know. I just think that lip glosses aren't worth $22. I feel like, yeah, a concealer or a foundation or a palette or even a blush and a bronzer I could see, but like a lip gloss? Next thing I'm not going to be buying, and this has been in a lot of people's anti-hauls, is the Huda Beauty 3D Highlighter Palette. So this has nothing to do with Huda herself. I have a pair of her lashes. They're all right. I haven't really had an interest in trying a lot more for things other than her lashes, and they are kind of expensive. But literally looking at this palette does not interest me at all. Like, I'm looking at it right now, and it just looks meh. Like, I think it's the pink shade that's throwing me off. I think, like, I hate pink highlighters, so I think looking at it is making me like, oh, that'd be really pretty as a blush, but I don't want to do that. I don't know, it just doesn't appeal to me. It doesn't look beautiful, and I have heard some things about her Instagram page and about her. I don't really have an opinion on it. I think that the things that she's being accused of are not great things, and I don't support those if they are true, but then again, I just don't really have that much of an opinion on it. Anyways, but regardless of that, I wouldn't buy it anyway because I'm just not very interested in it. Speaking of highlighters, I'm also not going to be buying the Becca and Chrissy Teigen Glow Face Palette. This is $46. You get 2 blushes, I think, and 2 highlighters. So I bought the Jaclyn Hill palette last year, which was $55, and it looked very similar to this. Even the colors were very similar, so that's one of the reasons why I don't feel like I need it. And the other one is, it just doesn't appeal to me. Again, I'm looking at it and I'm like, yeah, that blush is pretty, and so is that one. They look very similar to things I already have. And then the 2 highlighters in here, they're kind of like darker, more peachy toned, so it's just not something I would really wear. Love Chrissy Teigen, but I don't feel like I need to spend my money on this. So moving on to something from the drugstore that I'm not going to buy. I am not going to be buying the Maybelline Color Sensational Vivid Hot Lacquer Lip Glosses. These are $7.99. You can find them at Ulta or at drugstores. I think they look really pretty. However, I just keep trying to refrain from buying too many lip products because I have so many, and I never end up really wearing them. I kind of wear the same ones over and over and over, so unless they're pretty cheap and something that I'll absolutely know I'm gonna wear, I don't feel like I need to buy it. Like I said, I don't really like glosses, and these are a lip lacquer, so I don't really like that sort of glossy feeling, that sticky glossy feeling. These only have 3 stars right now. I've heard things on them. Not gonna lie, the color Unreal right here looks so pretty, but I'm just not very interested, and I have to refrain from buying lip products because I just don't end up using them that much. Another highlighter palette that I'm not going to buy, the Urban Decay Afterglow Highlighter Palette. This is exclusive to Ulta. It's $34, and I went into the Ulta store and swatched it. I don't know, it just didn't impress me. It was kind of like mediocre. I love my Ofra Rodeo Drive highlighter. I love my Champagne Pop. Hey. I love my Essence Pure Nude highlighter. I just have so many highlighters right now that I love, and like this, just looking at it, doesn't even like appeal to me. Like, I think it's that these brands are putting all these pink shades in the highlighter palettes, and I just really dislike pink highlighter shades, especially on me. I'm more of a neutral slash gold sort of lover. I don't really like the pinky shades, and like I said, there's just so many highlighter palettes. I'm just looking at it and I'm like, I swatched it and they're all right. I don't feel like I need it. I'm not going to be buying anything from the Katy Kat and CoverGirl line. Not because I don't love Katy Perry, not because I don't like CoverGirl. None of that. I think they're both fantastic. I just haven't heard great reviews on the things, and from what I've seen, they're nothing that I really want. Some of the products are really cool and innovative for drugstore items, but at the same time, I'm just looking at them and I'm like, It never really interested me from the start, and even looking at it now, I don't really feel interested in the collection, and I don't feel like spending my money on it, so that's why. I'm not going to be buying the Zulu eyeshadow palette from Juvia's Place. I want to buy a Juvia's Place palette so bad, but this is not the one I want to buy, only because I would never use any of these colors in here. There's like some blues, some greens, the browns and the reddish pink sort of color in here look absolutely stunning, but other than that, I have a blue eyeshadow and a green eyeshadow and a yellow eyeshadow and a purple eyeshadow. And that's all I need. I only need one kind because I never wear colors unless I'm doing some sort of colorful look. And even then, I'm going to go for something like a Morphe shadow or a Makeup Geek shadow that's really cheap and small and whatever. I don't feel like I need a palette with all these things in it for $17.50. $17.50 is an amazing price for this palette, especially because the eyeshadows are big. I'm just looking at it and I know I would never use it, so I did want to throw it in there. But Juvia's Place palettes I've heard are amazing, and I totally want to try one out. Just not this one. I'm not going to be buying the Too Faced Glitter Bomb eyeshadow collection. This is $45, and first of all, there's also been a lot of drama surrounding Too Faced. I just feel like there's so much drama in the makeup world lately, and it's just like, can we just chill and like play with makeup and like put eyeshadow on and be happy? I don't understand why there's so much drama. Can't we just all just put on makeup and be happy? Because that's what makeup is all about, making you feel happy, making you feel beautiful, and I feel like none of this crap going on right now is beautiful, so can we just stop, please? But also, when I hear glitter bomb for an eyeshadow palette, that kind of makes me like, because you hear shadows being described as glitter bombs when they're not very pigmented and they're just full of glitter, or highlighters being glitter bombs because they're just like kind of sparkly and fade everywhere. I don't know, the name glitter bomb just was never appealing to me when I first heard about this. And I mean, it's $45, and again, like I said, I don't use shimmer shadows, and if I do, I go for something like Colourpop that's just like $5. I can buy one color, or I have like some other ones in palettes. I just feel like I'm overloaded with shimmery eyeshadows that I never use. And I have loose glitters, and I'll use those if I want a glittery look. The name is like kind of unappealing to me, and even looking at these colors, they're more colorful shades. I just don't feel like I'd really use them. I'm not going to be buying anything from the Jeffree Star summer collection, nor Jeffree Star in general. I always heard the controversy surrounding Jeffree Star, and I was never a supporter of it. I used to watch some of his videos because I liked certain ways that he did his makeup, and I did find that he was kind of funny in his videos. However, in the recent months, and especially in the past few weeks with all the drama that happened with Jackie Aina, I will definitely never purchase anything of his that I can ever say like ever. I don't think I will ever purchase anything of his. I have seen some of the things that he has said recently, and I know people are like, don't dig up drama from the past, everybody changes, and I agree with that. But the stuff that he did in the past was not okay. But aside from that, the stuff that he has done recently has not been okay either. So I just don't feel like supporting him. I don't watch his videos. I'm not subscribed to his channel. I don't follow him on any social medias. So I just don't really feel the need to buy anything. I've heard like his liquid lipsticks and his lip scrubs are great. Same thing with his palettes and his highlighters. I've heard all of his products are great. I just don't feel like supporting him. No offense to anyone that does. If you do, great. I just don't feel like doing it. So I'm on trend mood, and I saw these Sephora Collection Fall 2017 palettes. There's Warm, Cool, and Editorial. And I was like, oh my god, these are so pretty. The swatches look amazing. And then I looked. $65 each. What? I mean, $65 for a Sephora Collection palette. No offense to Sephora Collection, but $65 for a palette, no matter what brand it is insane. I mean, you look at these swatches and they are beautiful, and you look at the palette and you get so many colors, but for that price, I can go to my Morphe 35O palette and do the same exact thing. I don't need all of this for $65. All these shadows for $35, even $40, I might consider it, but $65 is just way too much. I have a lot of these colors in my collection already, and I just don't feel the need to get them, even though they look so gorgeous. $65 is just way too much. So Maybelline recently came out with their Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. It's $7.99, and it comes in a variety of skin tone shades, which I think is awesome. Thumbs up to Maybelline, except it doesn't come in a translucent. When I use a loose powder, I typically like it to be translucent. My Coty Airspun is translucent extra coverage, so this has a little bit of coverage, but I don't want to be using a powder that actually has coverage. One, because I don't use loose powders to set my face, and two, because when I want something, I just want it to be translucent. I don't want it to change the color of my concealer. I'm just not into that, so looking at this, I'm just like, I don't know what shade I would get. I would have to buy two shades. I'd probably buy the fair shade for when I'm light, and then like a fair medium or fair light for when I'm darker. I feel like you wouldn't be able to use the same color, especially if your skin tone goes in crazy different shades all throughout the year like mine does. So I'm just looking at it and I'm like, oh, I want to buy it, but there's not just a like translucent shade, which I really wish there was. The L'Oreal Pro Glow Concealer, I was so excited for. I thought it was so cool. It only has 2.5 stars on Ulta right now, and it's also $9.99, which is a lot for a drugstore concealer. Drugstore prices, especially with L'Oreal and Maybelline, have been going way up lately, and I think it's kind of crazy, kind of insane. It's like, calm down. You ain't in Sephora. Calm down. It's just, it's a little crazy how expensive they're getting, and I get it. Their products are getting a lot better, and I do understand that, but whew, we need to calm down a little bit. And $9.99 for a concealer, I think, is a lot. That's like $10 for a concealer. And I don't know. It's supposed to be like a light coverage glowy concealer, which I love things that are light coverage and glowy, but for a concealer, I feel like that would get really like greasy and shiny. I don't know. And for $9.99, I'm like, not thank you. The Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Split and Half Moon Brush. I cannot believe that this Half Moon brush is like, Becca's like coming out with it. Like, this literally looks like the brush that you get in like the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, or like in any cheap makeup compact. Like, what the heck, why? I would never use that. That's like one of those things that you like ditch when you get in like a compact. I don't understand. It just looks so cheap to me, and I don't understand why they would come out with something like that. Because these have been around kind of forever in palettes, and people always ditch them, so I'm definitely not going to be buying that. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Aurora Glow Kit. It's $40, and again, just another highlighter palette. Don't feel like I need it, and it's also colorful, which I really don't feel like I need, so no thank you. And then the last product is another product from Becca. This is no offense to Becca. I love them. I have 2 Champagne Pops and 2 of their palettes. I love Becca. Like, Not gonna lie, I love them. Just don't really love some of the stuff they're coming out with lately, because it's not my taste. I don't think that they're bad products, they're just not my taste. So this is the Light Chaser highlighter. So basically these are like duochrome highlighters. And again, really cool idea, really fun. They are $34, so they're a little bit cheaper than their typical highlighters, but I just don't feel like I would use these. If I want a duochrome highlight, I would probably just use a duochrome eyeshadow. I don't know, I just feel like $34 for a duochrome highlighter, that's a lot of money to spend. And I feel like I really wouldn't use it that much because I don't know, I don't use duochrome highlighters. I think it's really cool. I think this whole duochrome unicorn thing is so neat and so exciting and so fun. It's just not personally one of my things. The Wet n Wild unicorn collection, I might pick up a few things from that because they're cheap and I can use them, but $34 to spend on a highlighter that I wouldn't really use, I don't think I'm gonna do it. So that's it for this video, you guys. I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you thought down below. If you are gonna buy any of these products, or if you have already, and you're like, no, you need to buy these, they're really good. Let me know, maybe I'll check it out. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Amaya. So today's video is going to be my Ipsy versus Birchbox
epic makeup battle.